All right. What else is going on?
Well, I hit a sub goal, so I'm playing through Bioshock Infinite.
Hmm.
Haven't touched it in many years, and let me tell you, it aged like even more.
Like milk? Did
Yeah,
like breast milk?
no.
Did you take my request and did you watch the first reveal before
Oh
starting?
yeah, had always planned to do that. We
Okay.
watched all the old trailers, and there were a bunch of people who had played the game and liked it well enough who saw the breadth of lies on display and how like none of it ended up in the game. Um, I don't want to spend a lot of time complaining about the story because I'm doing a full LP/stream of that where I'm going over exhaustive detail at all the parts of the game that fall apart. Um, Other than the fact that it is absolutely crazy how much of Bioshock Infinite is damaged by its reality hopping stuff, because it means the entire plot is antagonism and plot lines between people who don't know each other and have never met and who think they know each other, but in fact don't. Like, it's fucking super weird. The
Yeah.
villain of the game that you have a final confrontation, you have never met or spoken to and doesn't know who you are because he's actually a different guy from like 4 jumps ago.
The worst of the multiverse problem where things don't matter and thus the stakes of what you're doing feel inconsequential
No, they
is,
matter.
well, so I saw that thread where someone was discussing this actually makes everything everywhere all at once so much better.
Super good. Yeah.
And it's a
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
it's a really nice comparison point because, I mean, slight spoilers for Everything Everywhere All at Once if you haven't seen it. It's a very good movie. Shout out to Michelle Yeoh. But yeah, the idea of a villain who has looked into the everything and seen it all, and therefore nothing has any consequence, therefore
Yeah, they
nothing
see the
matters,
event horizon, the threshold of infinity, and they're like, oh,
contrasted by somebody who looks into that, sees it, and therefore decides that everything matters as a result
it's
of seeing the
perspective.
infinity, and it's all in your perspective. It's a beautiful way to present that idea, as opposed to one where you go through an entire narrative on a single plane of existence where everything does matter, only to be told suddenly that it doesn't. It's a really, really steep injection of
Yeah.
nihilism at the last second into the story.
Um,
Yeah.
Also, one of the other things that I picked up that I didn't pick up long ago was that there's all the racist depictions and all the diet races, all that. Um, but what's really strange, and it really stood out to me really strong, is you have like that giant mural that racists love now,
That
of
gets
like
used
the foreign
unironically,
hordes,
keeping out the foreign
right? And
hordes. Yeah.
it's got a Jewish guy and a Mexican guy and
Yeah. The
guy, etc.
Negro. Yes, yes.
And the Irish get it really bad. Like the
hmm
Irish get it like weirdly, wildly, disproportionately bad.
hmm
But what's much more interesting, there is not a single mention of Italians even once. Italians, out of everybody,
Mm.
dodged the whole thing.
Mm.
Dodged the whole thing. And like,
They didn't back then. Neither did
yeah, I
Asians.
know, right? Like it was the Italians and the Irish, right?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, they
yeah.
just totally dodged it.
Anyone
Like the
landing at
guy would
Ellis
be like
Island.
he'd be throwing a pizza and have a big silly mustache or something.
And
Um,
anyone Captain America or Bugs Bunny were punching back in the
yeah,
40s,
they forgot. They
hmm
forgot about Italians.
Interesting.
Um, but
Yeah.
the other thing, and this really stood out. This really stood out because I played Bioshock 1 and 2 on my channel, like, I don't know, like 2, 3 years ago. And I
Yeah.
really like Bioshock 1 and 2. And I know you liked Bioshock 2. You went like with the drill build.
So
And
I liked enough of BioShock 1 that, like, I like the setting, the premise, the prospect of the idea of Rapture is awesome. I just thought that the fucking ending was weak bullshit,
absolutely, you're right.
and that the back half of the game suffered for it, yeah.
But I'm specifically talking about the game, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have all these tools and the camera and all this. What like I remembered, but it really stands out to me now is like just how much less fun Bioshock Infinite is to play. Um, it is really boring. It was in that weird thing where Halo 3 came out and everybody wanted to be Halo 3. So you went from like the weapon wheel of like 8 totally different weapons to 2 guns at a time. And they're all just normal guns. And the infusions instead of vigors. That's
vigors. Yes.
The vigors, instead of being all these different things and having multiple trap types, and you can use different plasmids on this plasmid as a trap to make it a different trap. It's like you have a stun, a different stun, a different stun,
different
grenade,
color, blue stun, red stun,
a different stun.
Yeah,
I think 6 of the 8 are stuns.
Yellow stun.
Like it's crazy. It's absolutely fucking nuts.
Bird stun.
And so like I'm just like rolling through these areas with like a pistol and like a rifle, shooting crows at people. And like you can probably watch the footage. Like if you look at my eyes, I am spending like a really, really high proportion of my time reading chat, like doing this, like just look at as I'm going through these gunfights. It's just boring. Like the parts of Bioshock that I remember are, oh, there's a big daddy. I better lay down a bunch of traps and tripwires and get my guns ready and figure out where I want to go. And then I'm going to have the big daddy fight. And then I'm going to get upgrades out of the big daddy fight. And then and that's just not there. There's regular humans. There's the handyman. And then there's, and the crow guys. That's it. There's 4 enemy types. The whole fucking game.
So for all the stuff that like bugged you about Infinite over the years whenever we talk about it, for me, that's the thing, is like I was always the thing highest up there that I always was annoyed about the most is Songbird, because of how much I liked the concept of the Big Daddy. Like that to me, I like fuck the racism diet, fuck the infinity consequential shit or the Comstock or the what, like the big cool fucking robot suit thing that should have been really cool and should have had done stuff in the game.
Like,
that's the thing that bugged me the most.
Takedown of Bioshock Infinite. So I'm like setting up the stream title for streaming, right? I'm setting it up and I'm putting in Pat plays Bioshock Infinite and Paige is hanging out with me in the living room. Baby's running around. And I had not talked to Paige about Bioshock Infinite that day, and we had barely discussed it in the setup for the subathon. And I'm putting the title in, and she looks at the screen and just goes, "You don't even get to fight Songbird." like that was the first thing she had to say about Bioshock Infinite.
I mean, fuck, man.
I think ever to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, fuck all the other shit. That's what bugs me. I love the idea of like, okay, we're taking the Big Daddy concept to the next level. What do we got? Oh, we got a Songbird flying thing. Okay, what do we get? How do you plan to fight it? What's the environment going to be like? Is it going to be persistent? And, is it a Mr. X or is it like an actual,
There's people who don't know crashing out in the comments. Yeah, you never fight him. There's no boss fight against Songbird ever.
You literally never have a fight against Songbird.
Never. Not even once. Not even a little.
They point at the WrestleMania sign and then it collapses and falls into the audience. Like nothing happens. I don't care. Like there's so much of that other shit and whatever about the plot and story and I don't care. The cool robot thing. Let me fight it, please, or let me become it. You know,
it's absolutely wild. Like I think that like all the social commentary and the fact that Ken Levine doesn't understand either the word infinite or anything about quantum mechanics or anything about multiple universes. But like the part where they're like, hey, let's build up a cool monster the whole game and then did not fight it.
Yeah.
Whoa, you guys are game developers? Holy fucking shit.
You know, I mean, like, and then you want, like, tell me the story about how the big complex boss fight got cut because you just couldn't, there was no time.
I thought it was too video gamey.
You know, like, just
that's the stated reason, but the real reason is they would have had to design and build it, and they didn't have enough time because the game was actually rushed.
because if you think things are too video gamey and you want to change the way it's done, then do it like God of War, where you're like you still have your incredible boss fight and your denouement, and then you climb down and then the credits roll in that peaceful way, and you can do things like that if you want to subvert the trope or whatever. But
Also,
you built it up so much, man.
Also, one of the other things that's happening during that LP is that Elizabeth keeps getting more disheveled and wearing tighter and sexier clothing.
Don't sexualize my daughter.
Every time she does that, I just go, no porn, no bad.
Don't
bad
sexualize
porn.
my daughter.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. No, ripping
Don't
off
do
of
it.
the hair changing. And you know what's funny too, I guess, is now playing it with the context of the current year as opposed to on release. We now have things where you can go, oh, so like the defanged kind of take on the socio-political commentary and the way they approach the racism and all that stuff is taken. What if this setting, what if these ideas, what if directed by Zaum 2019?
Yeah.
Right? Show me the lottery scene as directed by Zaum 2019. Let me see what that looks like.
There's also a bonus social effect that I'm encountering, which is really funny. There's people making burner accounts on the subreddit to tell me how dumb I am about Bioshock Infinite, but they're not using their real accounts for some reason. I don't know why. But the other one that made me laugh really hard was that when I was going through after the raffle scene, I said, so the problem with Bioshock Infinite is that Bioshock Infinite's depiction of racism is fake and gay. Because it is. And when I said that got screenshot with the subtitle and got put up on the Blue Sky, where people thought I was serious.
I saw something implying that apparently, due to some recent changes to Reddit, bots have been purged, and thus the subreddit has now made its way to being way more visible by people who don't know what the thing is about. So so therefore, a lot of new people are showing up into these threads, and that's where these opinions are coming from. Apparently,
it's possible, but who knows? There's a lot of people that really love Bioshock Infinite because they played it when they were 15 and they thought it was really deep. And when I tell them that, in fact, it's not deep, it's actually stupid. So you know that thing where when you shit on something somebody cares about, they take it as personal offense, and you usually say that's not. No, I'm not saying you're dumb, right? I just don't like the book that you like. Right. The problem with Bioshock Infinite is that Bioshock Infinite appealed to like a really specific type of white teenager who felt really smart and like really good about themselves for going, yeah, that is wrong. But also, oh, this is so deep. And when I point out that it's not deep at all, in fact, it's stupid as shit, their earlier feeling smart and good about themselves inverts on themselves because I am calling them stupid.
Oh, interesting. Oh, this is news to me. Okay. I see.
Like Bioshock Infinite at the end of the day is like a story about traveling to alternate universes to find more fences you can shove up your ass. And hearing that makes the person with this universe's fence shoved up their ass feel it for the first time and get a little uncomfortable.
And then of course there's always that, like, is this your first time? Is this your first game? If this is your first encounter with the subject matter, you know, were you 12 when you encountered it? Like, there's always, you know, where in your media journey did this pop up, you know? Or is it, or was your first time encountering it, what was the game you were just telling me about? What the fuck was it called? Hell Is Us?
Hell Is Us, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that not a steep relative point of comparison?
Oh yeah, no, that game's brutal.
For approaching the idea of racism, yes? Yeah.
Oh, also, I saw a comment in here that I have to point out where it's like, I actually just really like, they say, I really like the art, the cover songs in it, and Elizabeth was hot. And you know what? That guy's right. The art team on Bioshock Infinite, A+. Holy shit. If not for that incredible art team, No one would ever have talked about that game. That game is beautiful.
I still talk
Gorgeous.
I still talk about the awesomeness of the idea of the Columbia as a setting. I still like the idea of the crow power as an idea, as a concept, and the Songbird as an idea. All of that on paper, fucking phenomenal, super cool. Yeah.
But yeah, no, the main takeaway after
on
all of these things is that Bioshock Infinite is actually really boring to play. It's really boring to play. It's not a good shooter.
Zip lining while shooting in midair off of multiple things in a big environment
couldn't imagine it being dull, but hey.
But that should be the most my shit ever, right? Between fucking Titan falling and jet set radioing and even that Fortnite thing where you could kind of do that, Yeah. Anyway, all right.